Aloha and welcome to another edition of Live from Lemuria. My name's David. Thanks for being here. I'm coming to you live from the Hawaiian Islands, my studio here in the Hawaiian Islands, which are the ancient mountaintops of Lemuria. Each week, I get on Facebook with a few of you live and just whoever's around and just talk about whatever happens to be a theme for the week. And this week's theme is healing. In fact, this month's theme, for me at least, is healing. This is something that has been part of my career. I've been doing healing work for 25 years now, been teaching healing and training healers for more than 15. And I don't always talk about healing, outside of my courses and workshops, but my guides were really insistent over the holidays that starting in January, it was really important to start talking about healing. So today, I'm going to share two keys to healing from a Lemurian perspective, but two keys that I found to be essential in understanding how to heal ourselves and in turn, how to help other people heal. The first one I wanted to share was this idea that healing is somehow a big deal, that healing is required when something big or traumatic happens in our lives. For example, I just got diagnosed with some illness. I need healing. Or I'm going through a really hard divorce. I need healing. We tend to think of healing as kind of like this, something that's wrapped up in a kind of a big emotional ball, something serious. Well, from a Lemurian point of view, healing is just a normal part of being human, of being alive. It's a day-to-day process. And, healing is nothing more than energy trying to find its balance. And each and every day, you are in a process of healing, whether you're conscious of it or not. You're healing on multiple levels, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. There's healing going on. Your body is made of energy, both physical and non-physical, and it's constantly seeking harmony, balance in all ways. I mean, you're made up of a lot of different kind of vibrations, a lot of energies. But whether you're conscious of it or not, your being is constantly healing, trying to find some kind of new balance, new harmony, because we're different every minute of the day. And our energy changes throughout each and every day, depending on what we're thinking, what we're doing, what we've eaten, how much sleep we've got, it really is just an ongoing daily process. In fact, I used to joke around years ago and say that if you're still breathing, you're healing. As long as you're alive, healing is just going to be part of the daily experience of being human. And for me, this is an important key of looking as important key, this way of looking at healing, that it's not something that oh my God, something serious is wrong, something's broken, we need to fix this. No, healing is just a natural part of being alive. I mean, while you're asleep every night, your body is doing its best to heal you physically, because it's easier when you're asleep, because when you're asleep, you're not bombarding your cells with all of your worries and frustrations and angers and all that negative emotion or negative thoughts that we tend to experience throughout any given day. So it's a lot easier for your body to heal when you're kind of out of it. But it is a daily process, and I'll just give you an example. This happened to me this morning. I woke up much earlier than I expected this morning. It was pitch black outside. And I had a thought of something that I had planned to do yesterday and I'd forgotten to do. And that triggered another thought and another thought. And within a minute, literally within a minute, and I know you know what this feels like, within a minute, I had spiraled into this vortex of negative thoughts, and I was feeling anxious, and I was kind of getting down on myself that, oh, and you forgot this. Oh, and what about this? Oh, and this is now going to be delayed. I've been teaching healing for all of these years. I've taught so many workshops. I've been online so many times in the last couple of years. And no matter how much experience I have, I still get self doubt. I still get anxiety. And that's what I was feeling this morning when I woke up much earlier than I had wanted to, because I'm in the process of working on this big new healing program that I'm going to announce and release soon. And I'm really excited about it. But this morning, in the dark there in bed, I kind of spiraled about all of these things that I needed to do or hadn't done yet or hadn't thought about, blah, blah, blah. And I had spiraled down. I was feeling terrible. And this is just, in bed for a minute or two. So that's a situation that I created. And clearly I needed to heal from that. If I wanted to have a decent day today, I needed to heal from that. So I went out for a walk in the neighborhood just to clear my mind, distract myself, focus on something different. Got home, did my morning meditation for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then I did some self-healing work to really just kind of like calm myself down and get grounded again. And I was fine. But even though those of us that teach and practice healing daily, we need to do it because it is a constant process. And when you look at it consciously, when you're aware of when you need healing, aware of situations that you're in, and realize that healing is just an ongoing process, it takes the pressure off. It makes things a little bit easier to manage, knowing that, oh, healing is just a movement of energy, a shifting of energy, a rebalancing of vibrations, and it's constantly going on. And it's going to happen tomorrow and the next day and the next. So you are not meant to be static, fixed like, oh, I'm in this perfect situation, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I'm in this ideal state. Well, if you happen to reach that ideal state, it will be momentary because energy is always shifting and changing, and you're always thinking of new things, and you're always reacting to whatever you experience in your life. So that's one key point I think is really important, is to look at healing as just a part of being alive. It's nothing special. It's not a big deal. It's just becoming aware of something, noticing what you're experiencing. And if you're not happy with it, like a physical condition, then you start shifting your awareness and your attention. You think about, okay, what do I want instead? It's just a shifting of focus and a reshifting of intention and attention. Which brings me to the second big key that I've discovered about healing, and that is, be easy with it. Be gentle with yourself. That's the only way healing happens, is just to be easy and relaxed about it. And when I'm talking about healing, I'm not just talking about, as I said, big emotional issues or serious physical conditions. Whether you consider it big or small, it's all energy. And it all comes down to how you're focusing your thoughts and where you're focusing your energy of attention and desire. And so, if there's anything that you're trying to heal in your life, whether it's physical in your body, or physical as in your living situation or your financial situation, whatever is in your physical world, and you think, okay, I'm not happy with the current state, I would like to create a new state, that's a journey of healing. That's just a process of healing. The thing I experienced this morning when my thoughts spiraled and I made myself feel miserable temporarily, I did a little journey of healing this morning. It's not a big deal. There's no reason to stress or be worried about it. Just having the awareness of here's where I am and here's where I want to be. That's huge. And one of the keys of being gentle with yourself and being easy about the whole process is just to focus on other things than the current state of affairs. So whether it's physical in your body, physical, your financial situation, maybe it's a relationship, maybe there's strong emotions tied up around a relationship with a family member or someone at work, whatever it is, do your best not to think about that situation, not to focus on it. Because as I mentioned, even last week, one of my favorite quotes from Abraham Hicks is, you get what you think about, whether you want it or not. And it really is that simple. So in healing, the key is keep focusing on what it is you want. Don't be so attached to the outcome, meaning don't be attached to how fast it happens or how it happens. Focus on that desired result and be easy with yourself. And if you find yourself focusing on stuff you don't want, it's okay, no big deal. You know, your awareness allows you to say, okay, I'm going to reshift my focus. I'm going to think about something different. Because as long as you're stressed or worried, fearful, angry, panicked even, if you do anything out of those emotional states, nothing good's going to happen. You know, when you know this, when you do something out of frustration or anger, it never turns out well. Same thing with healing. Anytime that you're kind of panicked, you're trying to force something, oh my God, I have to heal this now. If that's your attitude, healing's not going to happen. It's best to just drop the whole thing, distract yourself, read a book, take a bath, take a nap, whatever it is, and only focus on healing, only focus on that desired state of affairs when you're in a better mood, when you're more relaxed. So these are two just general approaches to healing that come from ancient Lemurian wisdom, where you're looking at everything from a wider point of view. You're seeing everything as energy that's simply moving from one state to another, that balancing energy is just a constant process every minute of every day, and that you can heal. That's one of the nice things about the Lemurian point of view, is like there was never any doubt. There was always an understanding and a belief that anything could be changed, anything could be manifested, anything could be healed. Now, of course, Lemurians existed. You know, when we were Lemurian, we existed in a much higher dimension. Energy was much different. We existed at a higher level of awareness and thought and perception. But nothing is that different here in the third dimension. Yes, things are denser. Yes, things move slower. Yes, we have these incredible veils over our conscious awareness that we didn't have in Lemurian times. But it doesn't matter. The same principles apply. They still work. This is still the same universe, right? Manifestation, law of attraction, all that stuff functions the same way, whether we're in ancient Lemuria in a fifth dimensional reality or we're here in the third, dealing with the density of our current state. So hopefully this is encouraging for you. My intent was to make healing not seem like such a big deal. It's something that you can do, and you have unlimited potential to heal, i.e., unlimited potential to change anything in your life experience. It is possible. And continuing with this theme of healing, our next Lemurian Circle gathering, which is coming up on the full moon, the theme is also going to be healing. We're going to do some healing if you haven't joined the Lemurian Circle, it's a monthly gathering that we do live on Zoom as a group. It's a great time for Lemurian sisters and brothers to come together online. It lasts about an hour. Typically, it's around the full moon. And we chat for a little bit. We do a guided meditation, which is really powerful, using the group energy. And this time, we're going to be focused on healing. So that's going to be January 17th at 12 noon Hawaii time. It's going to be January 18th if you're living in Australia or Asia. Just go to davidbauer.com. Make sure you're on my email list so that you get an invitation. And I hope you can join us for our Lemurian Circle on the full moon. But until next time, my friends, I thank you for being here. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. And as always, I send you my love and bright blessings from Lemuria. See you soon. Aloha.